We had the winner of the first round at two-wheel drive modified short course. You're actually the top qualifier for that class last year. Team associate Ryan Cavalieri getting the weekend off to a good start.
Yeah, the truck was pretty good from the day one, and I just kind of did a few adjustments to the front end to tame it down. The track's got a lot of traction, and just drove real smooth, and kind of had Maifield make a few mistakes, and I was able to get by him the second to last lap, and I was pretty happy with the whole run, and everything worked really well. I ran the AK gridirons on the front softs, and the new typos on the rear for soft as well. So the compounds were working really good, and the wear was actually better than it has been. So.
And last year the track had a couple of really big jumps in it that played havoc on everything, but it was really bad in the short course. This year, we got a big triple, but nothing quite as extreme.
Yeah, the triple's a little bit easier. It's just a little bit shorter. You kind of have a little bit better of a run at it, so you can really just get the front end down before you are in the air. So definitely easier. Not going to probably play a huge factor unless the wind picks up a lot. But yeah, the truck's working really great, so we'll see.
We were just talking to Jared as well, that TQ the first round stadium truck, and it's not so much that the layout's really difficult this year, it's the surface that's hard.
Yeah, they laid a lot of sugar down, and really has been consistent through the whole entire time, but just, obviously a lot of grip from what we're normally used to, and that's what's kind of making a little bit of a challenge. Track's really fast, and the tire wear is definitely a factor, so once the tires get a little bit bald, tires slide, they catch, and it gets a little bit flippy at the end of the run. So you really got to be really consistent throughout the entire run and not try to push it too much. You need to kind of just back it off and kind of let the car do a little bit more work than what you are.
And there are 37 heats per round this weekend, but you're running, one of the drivers is running 4 classes. Is it tough to keep up with everything when you're running, once every hour or so?
It's a little bit hard to dial in everything at first, but I kind of took my time on each car, and I thought I got pretty much 3 out of 4 dialed in, and just kind of, playing a little bit with my two-wheel. But it's still, a top 10 car, so I just kind of got one car just a little bit of a problem so far, but I hope we figure it out by first round of qualifying.
Is it tough when you're running 4 different classes like that? You have a really good run in one class, it's easy, going the next one kind of with, an extra little bit of confidence, but if you have a bad run in one class, then you're up, 6 heats later with a different car, you got to shake that off and keep going? Yeah,
I shake it off. I've been running really consistent. I kind of just been driving to my ability and just kind of given the circumstances. If it's not as good, just to kind of stick with it. And, I just kind of have always been like that, so I just never really put myself in a really bad situation. So I just kind of sticking with it. And I know once the qualifying starts like today, it's been a lot better than it has been. So.
And, it was not so warm this morning. It's actually quite hot now. You're going to have to change a whole lot between the first and second round each day?
The biggest thing is just kind of bleeding the shocks, letting your shocks probably sit out in the sun for about 5 to 10 minutes. And it definitely helps once you hit the track, your shocks build up pressure while you're running. So that was really the only adjustment I think I'm doing for the second round. It's just to really just maintain the shocks, and everything else is going to be the same.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, guys. Thank you. Seconds left, guys. 14's up next, 15 attack. Mayfield, Chris Wheeler, Dustin Evans, followed by Spencer, Travis, and Cody. We're together, guys. 3 guys up the hill. Keep going, everybody. Keep going. Wheeler done. Brisket done. Rescue done. And that is time, drivers. Everybody is done. Ryan Cavalieri going to win that one. 13 laps. Second spot goes over Ryan Maifield, 13. Goes to 1, 6, 7, 4, 3, 5. All right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. It is modified two-wheel drive short course, E13.
You got Ryan Maifield here. Last year you went back and forth with teammate Ryan Cavalieri in the short course class, and in the second round today you ended up on top.
Yeah, the short course truck's working pretty good. Me and Ryan are running the same car, same setup, same body, same everything basically, and it just who's going to drive a little bit better that particular race, and that's kind of what's going on. He beat me in the first round. I made a few driving errors, and I got him in the second round because he made a few driving errors. But yeah, it's fun to battle your teammate because at least one guy's not going to be too happy, but at least the team's winning. So yeah, it's pretty good.
And you're talking about driving errors. The track's not nearly as extreme as it was last year, but it still looks really difficult.
Yeah, that's because the track's not as hard. It makes it actually a little harder because you have to be so much more precise. You can't wait on somebody to make a mistake or plan on somebody to make a mistake because everybody can do the same thing every lap. It's really it's eliminating who can drive the best or hang onto their car because the track isn't as difficult. So, which is fine. I mean, it puts more pressure on your car setup and your tire preparation and making sure you're apexing the corners right. And it's just it makes you focus on some different things that you normally don't have to focus on.
Well, in particular in short course, we don't have the big jump, so you're not really having problems with the body filling up with air and blowing you over backward on the big triple.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one triple here, but it's not that big. It's pretty easy to make, and the wind has been luckily going the right direction. It hasn't been causing any chaos. I'm sure on main day it will, though it's usually our luck with short course. But there's a lot of real sweeping flowing high-speed corners, and that's even more chaotic for a short course truck than a jump, just because it's so tippy and top heavy. So that's making it interesting for sure.
And we see a lot of the corners, especially those sweeping high-speed corners, they're starting to get a little bit rough. Some of the corners are off camber, so it's got to just be a totally different driving style than the other cars you're racing this weekend.
Yeah, the other cars are they're like little slot cars. They're real planted and they can still flip over, but you're going a lot faster. With the short course truck, you're like just barely going around the track. I mean, we're still moving fast, but it feels like you're barely going anywhere, and it wants to kind of high side and be really tippy. But that's part of the class. The trucks are hard to drive. They're hard to drive fast, and that's what is intriguing to me about it because they're one of the harder vehicles to go fast with. So that's why I always love to run it.
And we saw a little bit of varying weather today. I mean, the track's been very consistent, but with the cloud cover moving in and out overhead, it's been causing the track temperature to change a whole bunch. Has the track really felt any different when you've been hitting the track?
Yeah, we're paying attention to the temperature of the dirt quite a bit. I mean, the ambient temperature outside hasn't really been changing that much, but it's how much sun the track's getting. So the track temperature's been varying from 70 degrees to like 105 degrees. So anywhere between there, you can run a bunch of different tires, a bunch of different compounds. So Jason, luckily I have a really smart guy when it comes to tires, Jason Arona behind me, and he always comes up and, hey, the track's 95 degrees, what do you want to do, blah, blah. And we think we're kind of getting it sorted out. So hopefully tomorrow it's supposed to just be like 10 degrees hotter, and if it does that, then we won't even have to worry about it anymore. But today, yeah, it's kind of fluctuating, and it does make it a little more difficult.
Well, it was great seeing you do well today. Congratulations, and good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Wheeler, Cavalieri. Coming up on the 1 minute mark, guys. This 13-14's up next. 1 minute left. 1 minute want to go. Mayfield, Wheeler, Cavalieri, then a match to a Turner, Ripken, and Evans. Seconds to go, guys. 30 to go. Mayfield, Wheeler, Cavalieri. Rick Fulton's up next. 15 feet on the track. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Keep going. Here to go. Keep going. We're going to need volunteer marshals on 8, 9, and 10 for the next heat. 8, 9, and 10. Dustin Evans, you're done. Everybody else keep going. Mayfield's done. Cavalieri done. Wheeler's done. Yeah, we're going to need some volunteers. 3 volunteers. Please step up and help me out right away.